Hi everyone, welcome to the muster drill. I'm Scott, and today we're going to be talking about Florida and the CDC's continued feuding over the conditional sale order and vaccine passports. Hi everyone, welcome back. So Florida is accusing the CDC of violating the injunction on the conditional sale order and vaccine passports. The CDC sent a letter to the major cruise lines asking them if they intended to follow the protocols set forth in the conditional sale order, as well as will they be requesting vaccination information from passengers. The Florida Attorney General filed a motion with the court stating that the CDC was violating the injunction and that the actions of the CDC were not delineated by the law or the language of the law. So the major cruise lines have responded in separate communications indicating that they do intend to follow the recommendations of the CDC, and that as far as they're concerned it makes sense, and it's the easiest and best way for them to ensure the general public health and safety while sailing and while the passengers are on board. And I'm sure, it has a little bit to do, I don't think a lot to do, but I'm sure it has a little bit to do with the fact that these cruise lines sail out of a lot of other states that don't have laws like Florida just passed, making it illegal to require or request information on vaccination. I guess it's not illegal to request the information, but it's definitely illegal in Florida to require proof of it or to require a vaccine passport. So, these other states, South Carolina and Maryland and New Jersey and so forth, and California, Seattle, Washington and stuff, all these states that don't have these laws, these cruise lines operate out of, and I'm sure they, want some consistency. But I'm positive that the bulk of it is that they simply want everyone to be safe. I mean, these protocols make sense regardless of whether Florida wants to admit that or recognize that. These protocols make sense. They're, what we've come to be used to and accustomed to when dealing with COVID. And in all reality, I personally don't understand what Florida's problem is, but okay, they're a sovereign state. They have whatever rights they have, and this is their right to do that, so okay. So we'll put that aside. But it's a good thing that the cruise lines intend to follow, that guidance, because it's what makes sense and it keeps everybody safe. So, in kind of related news, Norwegian cruise lines have, they filed a separate lawsuit against Florida, indicating that the ban on vaccine passports or the ban on requiring people be vaccinated in order to sail, is, more or less infringing or preventing them from implementing the plan that they want, which is to have an all-vaccinated sailing. They believe that it makes the most sense. They believe that requiring everybody be vaccinated while on board, will greatly increase the ability and the experience, the liberties on board, so that they don't have to do, separate venues or vaccination only venues and so forth, so that they don't have to, deal with a lot of the restrictions, masks and things like that or whatever. So, and so they have filed a separate lawsuit, basically, trying to get the court to put an injunction against Florida's law, temporarily at least, to allow them to start up. I believe they are starting up on August 15th is going to be their first sailing out of Florida. So the Jade is currently sailing, I believe, in Greece. So not sure what how that cruise is going yet or whatever. We'll have to check that out and get back to you on it. But they're going to be sailing out of Florida beginning August 15th. And so I doubt that the court will rule on it one way or the other, or if they do, chances are they're going to rule the same way that they've been ruling against the CDC, which would be in Florida's favor. So Norwegian will have to probably implement some similar protocol that the other lines are doing, where, they're doing exemptions for the 5% that are unvaccinated. And of course, those are all, anywhere from I can't get vaccinated to I'm under 12 years old traveling with my family, so therefore I can't get vaccinated because of that, whatever. And they'll probably be doing the exemptions. I know that Royal has just finished a test cruise on the Allure out of Orlando, which I believe went well. And I know that they're doing, these bracelets that are identifying the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. Royal's buffets are crew serves you. Carnival's buffets are like they were before. You serve yourself, right? So, the other side of that is the Celebrity Edge, I believe, just announced yesterday that a vaccinated passenger, kudos to that passenger for, knowing that they weren't feeling good, probably being able to tell that a lot of their symptoms matched what they knew about COVID symptoms, went to the medical center, said, hey, I'm not feeling good. They were able to, they tested them, they were positive, they were able to do contact tracing, identified a series of passengers that passenger had been in contact with, tested all of them, and they were negative. So all the protocols were in place, they worked, and the ship is continuing on, have that passenger having, been removed from the ship per the protocols, and and nobody else positive, so the ship is continuing. So hooray for, Celebrity and those COVID protocols, because they worked. So that's a great example of, why this is necessary. And it's a little perplexing why Florida would choose to not recognize that, or to choose to be difficult about it, knowing that, here's an example, of that happening. So in any event, let me know what you think about this feud between Florida and the CDC, and is it a waste of time? Is Florida being unreasonable? Go ahead and, comment below. And that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks again for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel. Click the like button. Those likes really will help us out a lot. And we're really trying to get to a goal of 100 subscribers before the end of August. So that would be great if we could reach that goal. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.